Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So we're going to do something a little bit different than some of the past videos here lately. We're going to take a look at some Helldivers 2. We're going to have some fun. What I want to cover in this video is I want to just cover a few of the weapons loadouts, specifically when you're fighting like the bugs, the termins, or whatever. I just kind of want to show you what has really been working for me and just kind of give you some ideas of some fun loadouts, maybe something to change. You know, the good thing about Helldivers is generally speaking, it's pretty balanced. Like everything is pretty usable, especially if you're working in a group, and that's real important, right? If you're working in a group, being able to communicate like who's bringing what can like make or break like a battle, especially if you're doing like a level 10 hell dive. But you know, most of the time we're jumping in by ourselves or we're jumping in with one buddy or whatever. So enjoy these loadouts. Let's talk about some of the ones that I really enjoy and why I actually use them. Alright guys, so real fast, we're going to jump into this weaponry here, and I just want to show you what my kind of base loadout is. So my favorite gun to use, especially on those bugs, is this AR-23C Liberator Concussive. So this one actually comes with your drum magazine, which is fantastic. You don't have to worry about updating that. And the best part about it is the concussive part, right? So especially when you're getting kind of overwhelmed with those bugs or whatever, and this works for any of them, like the Illuminati or anything, you get the knockback, you get that stun, you get that little, you know, it just kind of stuns them for a second, gives you a chance to reload. Maybe you can call, you know, in an airstrike, or you can call in one of your other stratagems, but it helps a ton. I love it. It's fantastic. You're not going to do any crazy damage. I mean, you can see right here on the damage is 65, and you know, but over here you have the penetrator that has a damage 60, but this is where it comes into play. You got this armor penetrating thing, right? Light, medium. So something to be aware of when you're using this. It's not going to penetrate those heavy guys. Even an entire magazine isn't going to take like something larger down. So make sure you have stratagems or, you know, a good secondary for that. Speaking of secondaries, this is my favorite. I'm not going to say it's the best one or it's the one that you should use, but I have so much fun using it. It's great for like clearing out like nests and things like that. You know, we have this ultimatum, which is basically the mini nuke, right? Or at least that's what I call it, the mini nuke. Of course, you can't customize any of your secondaries yet. For throwables, I always run this impact grenade. I like that it explodes like whatever it hits. So when you have the guys chasing you, you don't have to wait. You throw it, it hits them, and they are kind of dead. Okay, but let's move over to our stratagems. Alright guys, we are going to jump into the stratagems real fast. Let me tell you what I've been using, what has been working, and mostly speaking, what has been fun, right? It's all about fun in Helldivers because, you know, like I said, so much of this is useful. You know, you don't have to go a certain way, but I can tell you what I've been really successful with. So, quick shout out to the Kevlar Ducky, or on Helldivers as we know him, the Colt Fan Man. Appreciate you helping me out, testing some of this stuff and trying different loadouts to seeing what actually works best and what we prefer. So thank you for that, sir. So real fast, if you're running solo or maybe you're just running with a partner, I highly recommend you take something to take down some of the bigger guys, the big baddies here, because you tend to, when you're not playing in a group and communicating, you tend to get separated a lot, and they come in really handy. So real fast, these expendable anti-tanks work very well, and the reason they work very well is you can drop 2 of these every 63 seconds. So when the pod comes down, there's 2 of them in the pod that you can grab, and every 63 seconds. So what we normally do is we're running around, and as soon as they come back up in the stratagems, we're throwing them. So we're constantly throwing them, especially if you have 2 people running this and y'all are just constantly throwing. So you have 4 of these anti-tanks just kind of like littered about all the time, and you'll notice in your stratagem count going way up when you do this as well. So this is really, really useful. So the kind of the meta that I've been seeing right now is the recoilless rifle, right? It kind of pretty much can almost one-shot anything. I'm assuming that's probably going to get a little bit nerfed later, or heck, maybe they are going to leave some of this alone, but it seems like the balance has been quite a bit closer. So this is also a good one, recoilless rifle. The commando, right? The commando right here, also only 108 seconds here, so very quick. You fire 4 rocket pods in pretty fast conjunction, and I've noticed like a lot of the times when like you're facing like a charger or something, you don't even have to use all 4. I've seen them go down if you hit them correctly with just 2 of the rockets. So definitely keep that in mind. So my next kind of best favorite one, or actually probably my personal favorite in this, the one that I recommend, is I like the Quasar Cannon, right? Now, it does take a little bit of time to recharge, and you do have a long cooldown time. With that said, you don't run out of ammo. You shoot, you let it recharge, you shoot, you let it recharge. So if you're in an area, especially like a defense site, you can actually drop 2 of these next to each other. So you call one at the beginning, and then later when it recharges, if you still have your current one, you can drop another one side by side, and you can keep swapping between the 2 and do way more damage. So this is one of my favorite. I like that it doesn't run out of ammo, and that's pretty much the reason why I like it. The cooldown is just, you know, just pretty big. I wish that would drop a little bit, but I think it's balanced. I think it's balanced for the no ammo, right? So last bit here, let's jump into this guard dog. Guard dog, as you can see, even looking at the bugs right here, the guard dog is extremely useful. So you can actually run the guard dog and run the Quasar Cannon at the same time, because the guard dog is just a backpack, right? So they don't interfere with each other. So you don't have to have a reload backpack for that Quasar Cannon, because it's an energy weapon and it recharges. So extremely useful to run the guard dog with the Quasar Cannon. So for the first loadout, and I'm gonna show you this, guys, in game. We're gonna use the Quasar Cannon, the guard dog, then we're gonna come down and we're gonna come to our sentries, right? We're gonna come to the machine gun sentry, which is great because it only has an 81-second cooldown time, can be called quite a bit faster. And then I like the Gatling sentry. These are the 2 that I run. They're fantastic for the bugs. So you've got something to kill the bigger guys with, you got something to watch your back, and you've got your sentries. This is my like actual go-to loadout, and we can talk about some alternatives to this and some fun stuff, but let's jump into a game real fast and let's see how this kind of loadout goes. All right, guys, I decided to jump into a game that's already going. Got some teammates here. This is just a randoms. These are randoms, but I thought it'd be fun to show you this stuff in action with kind of a group. So thanks to these guys. Let's go down. We've got our Quasar Cannon. Remember, this is the Q99 one, the LAS the Quasar Cannon. So make sure it's the 99 version. We are going to use our let's see here, a guard dog, and then we are going to use our 2 guns. And this is kind of like my preferred loadout currently for kind of like the Terminated controls stuff, right? I think this works fantastic, and it does really well, especially in a group. So let's see how it works. Now remember, the main part of this was like our basic loadout with the concussive, which is one of my favorites. I kind of want to show you how it reacts to the bugs. And guys, I do have the volume turned way down, so hopefully that's better and you're able to hear me over the game a little bit more. In the past, I've had trouble balancing the sound, so hopefully this is going to work. But yeah, let's jump into here, and I will show you guys some of the action. Alright guys, so this is the concussive gun. Let's see if I can get some guys here so I can show you how well it works, especially with the Termins. Like, like it pushes them back so well. And if you can see, I'm not sure how well you can see this with how it knocks them back. I know this guy just put a turret up here, so it's no good, but switch to our Quasar Cannon. Took him out. But you see how it pushes the guys back? This is why I love this weapon. You know, it takes down the little guys pretty easy, but in this case, it really pushes the bigger guys back if you need it. Here's a bigger guy right here. You see how it pushes him? See how it pushes him back? It works fantastic. Sorry, I died out there because I'm trying to show you guys, like, I want to show you guys the knockback, how much actual knockback it has. It just seems like this gun has, like, gotten, like, majorly buffed. Let's see if I can get another shot of, like, the pushback of this weapon here. It's just, it just really works well. You see how it, like, stuns them? And it's still, even the damage, it still takes them down pretty well. You can still get them from really far away. It's just it's probably one of the most OP guns in the game right now, I feel like. Or at least when you're fighting the Termids, right? You see how it stops them. It just stops them in their tracks with this one. So yeah, guys, that is the concussive gun right here. Love it. Love this gun. You see how it just pushes them back and just steers them in a different direction? Great gun. Definitely, highly recommend this thing. Again, guys, this setup is great for a group. Again, we are running the guard dog, the machine gun sentry, and the Gatling sentry. Now, so the one thing I wanted to show you before I left was when you run the guard dog, it does not interfere, like I said, with the quasar cannon. So if you have a quasar cannon, it goes on your back with the guard dog. Now, I died earlier, so obviously I'm not going to be able to put the quasar cannon on my back right now. We're going to have to wait till that respawns, but that's no big deal. I'll show you guys that in a second. But real fast, quick call down for the guard dog. It's fantastic. It does really good work. Took that medium-sized guy down extremely quick. Great, great, great for the bugs, at least for the Termids. I think the guard dogs work pretty much good for pretty much all the different types of enemies here. It's definitely good when you're working on one of the missions or something, and you need something watching your back. It's just fantastic there. Throw our little Gatling down right here. Since we've got a bug hole, I can show you guys some more of that knockback. It really just keeps them back. And just like that, guys, I'm on a 30 kill streak, 32 kill streak, 33 kill streak. Just keeps on going. Somebody took the big guy out. Perfect. Just a great setup, guys. Just a great setup. It really is. Our concussive grenades do some really good work here. Great for closing bug holes and stuff. I just love the knockback of this weapon. And then just like that, we have our gun watching our back. So guys, what do you think about this loadout? I mean, and I guess a good question is, what would you change? Like for this particular loadout, this is my definitely go-to when I jump in a game, don't really know what I want to use. This is what I'm using. Every now and then, instead of using like a 2 machine gun, I'll take the Gatling sentry and turn the Gatling sentry into an orbital barrage because it has a extremely low cooldown as well. So that's something that you can switch out for the Gatling sentry if you don't want to run 2 of the sentries. But you can see right there, my machine gun sentry is already back up after I just dropped it. It's got such a low cooldown. Very, very useful, especially when you have a swarm of small ones or small to medium in hordes. Great for cleanups. These also work very good with, if you have somebody running a mine loadout as well. So guys, that's it for the video. I appreciate it. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of, this loadout. It just makes everything super fantastic, fun to play with. It's a fun loadout to play with. Again, concussive does not work on the bigger guys, but it's only for light armor. It's not going to penetrate that medium to heavy armor of those guys. But guys, thank you so much for the support on the channel. It's really appreciated. If there's something else you want to see, or you have an opinion or an option of something really cool to try that's different, we go through this and try so many different loadouts that are fun. Again, this is my go-to. You can, everything seems to be so balanced in this game that you can really use whatever and have a lot of fun with it. It's definitely about fun. I don't always use the same loadout just to get a certain amount of kills. Just want to make sure I have a loadout that can help us get through the missions, of course, and actually complete it at a high level. But everything is just so much fun right now. I think they've done a really good job of balancing. They need some tweaks here and there, but for the most part, it's not bad. So what do you guys think? You having fun with Helldivers? Post your loadouts. I'd love to try some different loadouts. Post your loadouts in the comment. I'd really like to try some different stuff. As always, guys, thank you for the support, and I'll see you guys on the next video.